wouldn't be anxious.
You going after school or you go
Stay. All right, we're on lesson 40, which is reciprocals, which you guys will love, and the multiplication rule and the division rule.
Reciprocals sounds so hard.
Figure it out. We're going to look at reciprocals. So, reciprocals, if you have a fraction, you just flip it. So what's the reciprocal of 1/5? 5 over 1, and we would simplify that to what? 5 over 1 would just become, careful.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the reciprocal of 1/5 is 5 over 1, and we said anything over 1 is just the number. Good. I started with a hard one for you. So, Portia, what is the reciprocal of 4? 1 over 4. Good, because we said always can assume that there's an invisible over 1, right? Alright, come on. What is the reciprocal of 2/3? 3 over 2. Good. Now, Destiny, what is the reciprocal of 27 over 56? Beautiful. Alright, so you guys know, for the reciprocal, we literally just tip the fraction over. Flip it upside down. You guys did keep change flip, so the flip is what we're doing here. Okay? So again, you've already seen it, just to make sure. So you know reciprocals, we're all good? Easy as pie. Beautiful. Alright, that brings us to, forgot something. The product of a reciprocal and itself. So if we take the reciprocal, 3 halves, and its reciprocal, anytime we ever multiply the reciprocal, what are we going to get? What are we going to get, Portia? 1. We're going to get 1. Because these would cancel, make 1. These would cancel, make 1. So 1. So any reciprocal, number and its reciprocal, multiplied together is going to equal 1. Okay? Even if we go back to our 4 and 1 over 4, if I do this one and we multiply them, the 4's will cancel. We already have the 1. We get 1.
So we only have a whole number.
So we're going to decide. Right? A mixed number?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at a mixed number. So if you take a mixed number, let's say 7 and 1/3. For any mixed number, in order to give the reciprocal of it, you're going to have to make it into an improper fraction to start with. So what would the improper fraction for this one be? 22 over 3. Good. So the reciprocal of 22 over 3 would be 3 over 22. And still, if we were to multiply those together, 3's cancel, 22's cancel, we get 1. So the reciprocal of a mixed number 7 1/3 is going to look a little different than the number itself if you can change it into the improper fraction first. Good question. Beautiful. Anything else? Any other questions? No? Okay. That moves us on to our multiplication rule. So for this one, we talked on Friday about the addition rule and the subtraction rule of equality. We said that equality thing was whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you got to do to the other in order to keep it equal, right? So for multiplication, if we look at that box on page 132, the multiplication rule for equations, both sides of an equation can be multiplied by the same number except 0 without changing the solution to the equation. So keep that 0 out of the picture, okay? But the whole point of us doing reciprocals is that it gets us 1. So when we multiply 2 reciprocals together and we get 1, if we add 3x equals that x, 3x equals 7, okay? We need just 1x, okay, which is why our reciprocals come in handy. So whenever you have x times something, if we multiply by the reciprocal, we're going to get 1x. Does that make sense why that happens? Make that clear. Good on that? Okay, Portia, all good? Not all good? Okay, so if we take, let's do an example here. How would we get the what would we multiply here to get 1x. We said the reciprocal, right? So what's the reciprocal of 3? 1 over 3. So if we take this and multiply it by 1 over 3, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other, right? So I'll automatically write it in. Whatever you write on one side, write on the other. Okay? These 3s are going to cancel. This guy was over 1. So those cancel. You're left with just 1x. So we can drop it and put x equals like we were doing for addition and subtraction. Does that make sense? Better, Crochet? Yes, no? Better?
Yeah.
So far? Okay. So x, so 7 times 1/3 would get us what, Devon? What's 7 times 1/3? Huh? One louder. 7 over 3. Beautiful. So if we took 3 and multiplied it by 7 over 3, we would get 7. Okay. So, let's look at it up. If we had 2/3 x equals 5 over 8, and I say to solve for x, in order to get just plain old 1x, we don't have to write him. We just need the plain old x. Okay? What would we need to multiply by? Just see. 3 over 2 by the reciprocal, so that these can cancel. And whatever we do to one side, we got to do to the other. Okay? Can't reduce anything here. 5 has nothing in common with 8 or 2. 3 has nothing in common with 8 or 2. So we get, Mika, what would our answer here be? 15, 16. Good. So x, in this case, is 15 over 16. If we take 2/3 and multiply it by 15 over 16, we should get 5 over 8. Let's check it. 3 and 15 have anything in common, Devon? What do they have in common? 5? 3 has 5 in it?
No. I was saying so.
Okay. So what do they have in common? Come on, Isaac, here, pencil down. What do they have in common? What can I reduce them by? By 3. Good. What's 15 divided by 3, come on? 5. Pencil down, please. But they did not have 5 in common. They had what in common? Come on. Pencil down, please. Pencil down, please. Don't tempt yourself. Help me out. No attitude. There's it. What did they have in common? What did they have in common? Crochet, pencil down, please. What did they have in common? You said 5. We need to fix it. They don't have 5 in common. What do they have in common? So there's 15 and 3. That's a multiple of 3, but what do 3 and 15 have in common? How did you get from 15 to 3? How did you get from 3 to 1? 3. They have 3 in common. Thank you. Crochet, do 2 and 16 have anything in common?
Yeah.
What?
8.
Leave it there, please.
Wrong.
Sorry, I missed it. I missed it. What did you say?
16.
What do they, you have to have, it has to be able to go into that one. So what do 2 and 16 have in common? 8 can go into 2. Jamaica, don't answer it.
Come back here.
Nope. Go you. 2 and 16. What am I going to divide them both by is another way of asking what do they have in common. What am I going to divide them both by?
Hold on.
No. Do it up here. Look. What do 2 and 16?
That's 2.
How am I going to reduce? They're trying to reduce the fraction 2 over 16 essentially. So what would I reduce by? What am I going to divide? This one I divided by 3 and by 3. So there you go. By 2. They have 2 in common. Okay?
My parents have 8 in common.
Because you can't take 2 and divide by 8.
2 times 8. You can't take 8 out of 2.
But you can't take, if I put, what I'm asking is what number I write right here. Divided by 8 wouldn't make sense, right?
Okay.
Okay, so 2 divided by 2 would get you? And 16 divided by 2? 8, so I got 5, 8. Do they match? Yep, looks good. So my answer, x equals 15 sixteenths. Okay. Are we understanding reciprocal? Crochet, pencil down, please. Pencil down, please. Okay? Any questions on this? Alright. If we have m over 3 equals 6, okay? A little bit different but similar concept, okay? Right now it's saying m divided by something. How do we undo division, Janika? Multiplication. So another way that this could be written was 1/3 m equals 6. Okay, so I can either multiply by 3, whenever I do one side I do the other, or I can do reciprocal. Do these mean the same thing? That side and this side? This is the multiplication side, sorry. Yes, I heard a yes. These 3's cancel, we're left with just m. These ones cancel, we're left with just m. So m is going to equal what? That's me. Huh? 18. Beautiful. Same thing over here, right? 8 will be 18 over 1. We said that could be always written. Whoops. Not x. So m.
So all this stuff you just showed us on the word, we still got to show all the word.
Gotta show your work. Yep.
It's so simple.
It is so simple, but again, it's so that we practice for when it gets more complicated. And I want to make sure that I'm seeing what you're doing to it. If you choose to do it this way, show me this part. If you choose to do it this way, show me this part. Okay? Showing your work is practice for later. So I'm having you do it now. So don't take the shortcuts. Don't lose points on your homework.
Only for that long little thing that you showed.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, show your work. Always show your work, okay? Very important. Very
That work
important.
that you were on the board is like 3 times minus.
Yes, all that so that when we get more complicated, we've got our bases covered. Okay? All right. Last but not least is our division rule. Okay? So for our division rule, let's all turn please to 134. Need all eyes on 134. On the box at the top of 134. All eyes on 134. Waiting on 2. Waiting on 2. All eyes on 134. Waiting on 2. All eyes on page 134, please.
Huh.
134. Alright, thank you. Alright, so our division rule. Both sides of an equation can be divided by the same number, except 0. Alright, without changing the solution. So very similar. These rules are intertwined and connected. Okay? So, if we have 4x equals 3, Roger, 4x, please, 4x equals 3 for the division rule. So if I'm dividing, I've got 4 times x. What can I divide by to get x by itself? Doesn't it? By 4. Good. So I can put this over 4. Those guys will cancel. Whatever I do to one side, I can do to the other. X equals 3/4. Okay? With this step, eyes up here please. Crochet. Crochet. Okay? With this, I need to see this step because I need your answer. Okay? I need to see your answer. This is showing your work. Show me your answer. Okay? Again, practice, practice, practice. So x equals 3/4. Okay? We said we could, if we have 4x equals 3, if we used our reciprocal property, what would I multiply both sides by, Janika? Perfect. I have 1/4. So I've got a couple ways to do these. The 4's cancel, invisible 1's cancel. X equals 3/4. You see that we get the same answer, so both ways will work. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful. If you guys have a decimal number, like that last example, if we have n times 0.04 equals 28. Okay? We've got n times something, so Portia, what are we going to do to undo multiplication?
We
We gotta divide. Good. And if it's n, and we want to get n by itself, what am I going to divide by on this side to get n by itself, Portia? Okay, we've got n times something. N times something. What am I going to divide by here?
What is the
0.04.
what is the reciprocal of that?
Well, so since it's a multiplication, we're going to need to use the division. That's why I wanted to show you. We've got a couple options for some of them, but sometimes we're going to have to. If you wanted to turn 0.04 into a fraction first, we could do it that way. But my suggestion is just to divide by the number itself. So to undo multiplication, we divide, and whatever n is paired with via multiplication, subtraction, division, or multiplication, subtraction, division, or addition, right? If we do the opposite, it's whatever number is next to n, is hindering n to get n by itself. Okay, so Portia, this is what is hindering n, and we need to take that away, the opposite of our sign. We got division, so what am I going to put underneath here? It was still yours. I was asking you, and you didn't finish it yet, so I need you to finish it. How am I going to get n by itself? Right now it's n times 0.04. I need to get n by itself. By what?
0.04.
Perfect. 0.04. So I needed to get this to cancel. Anything over itself is 1, right? Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. Now I need to take 28 and divide it by 0.04, 12, 12, so 2800 divided by 4, 700. So my n equals 700. Okay? Questions on how we do that? Are we good? You have questions? How we know? Any questions? Any questions on this? Any questions on dividing and fractions, decimals, and any of that? We want to do another decimal example, Jamaica? You get it? Portia, do we want to do another decimal example? Come on. Destiny? You good on decimals? You want to do another example? Good? Okay. Practice is A, B, C, and D. So do your practice. Make sure you read the instructions about what they want for your practice. Okay? Because I will not clear you until those instructions have been followed. So do your practice A,